the Golden State Warriors have gone from an absolute dynasty to an NBA bottom feeder in only a couple of seasons. In 2022, they won their fourth championship in the last 15 years. But ever since then, this team has gone rapidly downhill to the point where Steph Curry is the only reason they're even remotely relevant in 2024. And if he was not on this team, they would be looking at a lottery pick in this next year's draft. And based on their starting lineup, they would probably have a top 5 pick in next year's draft without Steph Curry. If you look at their starting lineup, they have Steph Curry, Brandon Podziemski, Andrew Wiggins, Draymond Green, and Trayce Jackson-Davis. And you may say Andrew Wiggins and Draymond Green are solid players, but if you look at the year that Andrew Wiggins and Draymond Green had last season, they were nowhere near where they had been in previous seasons and a shell of their former selves. Andrew Wiggins had by far his worst year as a pro, and Draymond Green has taken a major step back both on the offensive side of the ball and especially on defense, which has always been his calling card. He has always been a defensive anchor for this team, and while he's still a very vocal leader on defense for the Golden State Warriors, their defense has suffered dramatically, and his individual defense has suffered as well. And Draymond Green has no longer produced in the same way that he has during their dynasty run and even in 2022. But if you look at their bench, it's even worse. And you have DeAnthony Melton, Buddy Hield, Kyle Anderson, and Jonathan Kuminga. Jonathan Kuminga is a solid option, and I don't know at this point why he isn't starting over Draymond Green on ESPN, but Jonathan Kuminga is not going to turn around this franchise. And I do believe that it is time for the Golden State Warriors to trade Steph Curry. And while that is absolutely ludicrous, if you're a Golden State Warriors fan, I think it's only fair to him and to your franchise, because if you're sitting at the 9 seed in the Western Conference every season for the next 3 or 4 years, because Steph Curry drags you to that point only to lose in a play-in game, you're not benefiting both your team and Steph Curry. And I know that Steph Curry wants to be a for-lifer in Golden State, but in all reality, Steph Curry is 36 years old, I believe, and he's not getting any younger soon. And if he wants to compete for one more championship and use the last few years of his greatness to actually be productive and on a productive team who's going to prioritize winning, he needs to go somewhere else. And there's a lot of teams that could really use a Steph Curry level player, because he's still an elite player who's a top 3 point guard in the entire league. And some people even are arguing that he is the best point guard in the NBA as of right now, even at his advanced age. And for the Golden State Warriors, they could get draft capital and young prospects for Steph Curry, and those draft picks could kickstart their rebuild, because they're not going anywhere anytime soon. They're not going to make a Western Conference Finals run. They probably won't make it past the first round of the playoffs again in Steph Curry's prime unless they make huge moves in the next couple of years. And with those moves, they wouldn't get past the second round most likely anyways. We've all heard the rumors of Steph Curry and LeBron James wanting to team up, and obviously Rich Paul, being the person that he is and being the control freak that he is, has been trying to shut down those rumors, saying that LeBron doesn't want to go anywhere. But Steph Curry and LeBron are in similar situations where they're both on teams that aren't going anywhere soon but are stuck in the play-in region because they still have, well, in the Lakers' case, LeBron and AD, and in the Warriors' case, they have Steph Curry. And it's an unfortunate situation for both of them, wasting the last years of their prime. And I think that seeing them team up would be crazy for basketball, and I made a video on that recently. Let me know if you think Steph Curry should be traded anytime soon. God bless you all. I hope you have an amazing day, and make sure to subscribe to the channel. God bless.